Hey everybody, Michael Snyder, Pacific Northwest Weather Watch. Today is June 29th, and right now we're looking at the mid-level water vapor loop. You can see BC, Washington, and Oregon. We have this system that's coming in here. I know it's kind of sunny here across western Washington as we speak, but it's a little bit of false hope for today because we do have increasing clouds on the way, maybe even a little bit of light rain as we go through this evening and tonight. And we have thunderstorm potential here, some of the east mountainous areas here on in through Sunday and Monday. We'll take a look at those details. We'll take a look at the extended forecast. How much are we going to be warming up here, because we do have a ridge that's going to be trying to build right off our coastline here, and we'll dive into those details as we go through the video this morning. Taking a look at thunderstorm potential for Sunday, you can see Republic, Sandpoint, Bonners Ferry out there. You're looking at 35 to 50% chance of thunderstorms for Sunday afternoon. Lightning, small hail, brief heavy rain, gusty outflow winds. This was issued last night here, Spokane National Weather Service. This is for Pendleton here, and this does include portions of eastern Washington. You can see Ellensburg here is White Pass, Yakima, Goldendale, there's Heppner, and Pendleton is right there. And breezy winds will lead to elevated fire conditions here as we go on in through Sunday and Monday. So have your wits about you on that front. Taking a look at Missoula, Montana, have some lightning potential here as we go on in through Sunday night as well, and there's the potential for some gusty winds, also some heavy rain, some small hail, and some cloud to ground lightning out there. This is for tomorrow, Sunday, day 2. It does include, again, northeast Washington, Spokane, Clips, Pendleton there, eastern Oregon, Idaho, and some of western Montana even has a severe threat. And as you get on in towards eastern Montana, you have the wind and hail threat there as well for some severe weather possibilities. Taking a look at the day 3, this would be for Monday, Clips, Spokane, again, northeast Washington, and just misses Boise off to the east. Taking a look at Seattle yesterday, 71 degrees, 74 is our average high for this time of year. And we've been a little bit below average this month, 69.4 we were averaging. We're usually at about 71.1, so we're a little bit below average there on our temperatures and precipitation, actually. And yesterday, 3 years ago, 108 degrees at SeaTac. I don't know when we're ever going to beat that record high, but what a stretch of hot days that was. 102, 104, and 108 on 3 consecutive days for SeaTac, the all-time greatest heat wave in recorded history. And Bellingham, also yesterday, 3 years ago, 99 degrees, 68 yesterday, so 31 degrees cooler, and also some below average temperatures so far for the month of June, and just slightly above average precipitation so far. And now if we take a look at what's coming here, this is the North American model, actually, correction. And if we put this into motion, you can see as we go through this afternoon, this is about noon here. There's 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. You can see some light precipitation trying to move in here for some of the Cascades, coastal areas here, and eventually trying to spread in towards maybe Portland, up through Seattle. A little bit of light rain could be had here as we go through this evening and nighttime. And then you can see some thunderstorm potential there, maybe very early tomorrow morning across some of the Blue Mountains there. As we scroll on in through Sunday, some afternoon activity here as well. So yeah, a little bit of a showery day as we go through the day tomorrow. Nothing too crazy there, but there is some thunderstorm potential with that. And then maybe again Monday afternoon. Taking a look at lightning flash density potential, we're going to scroll through this pretty quick. So as we go on in through Sunday, I just want to kind of show you this threat there across some eastern Washington, Oregon, Idaho, British Columbia, and some of the Rocky Mountains, and potentially again for Monday shown there. So if we take a look at 500 millibars, this is the European ensemble mean on the left versus the GFS ensemble mean on the right. This averages out all 50 ensemble members on the European model. We take each of those individual 50 members and we tweak their initial conditions to try to correct for any misunderstanding we may have in the atmosphere. So the GFS has 30 of those and it averages those out. And then we kind of take a look at things here. So you can see this weak trough moving through as we go through this weekend that we're going to be dealing with. And then quickly we start to build this ridge out over the Pacific Ocean. The European has been showing it a bit stronger here. This would be about Tuesday morning. As we scroll towards Wednesday and on into Thursday morning, you can clearly see the European favoring a stronger ridge axis here right off the coastline. This would bring a bit warmer conditions with it. And the GFS still has the ridge here, but mainly down across some of the southwest here. So yeah, interesting stuff. A little bit of disagreement showing up there. And then you'll see it kind of had the ensemble means do have this troughing right off our coastline here. The European again a little bit stronger with the ridging across the southwest USA. So we'll be watching that as we go and things get smoothed out as you look off into the future. But this is what 500 millibar heights look like as we go through a year here. This is Quileute, Northwest Washington. We set up these sounding balloons and we check the thickness of the atmosphere, for example. And you can see as we go through July and August, the atmosphere is its thickest here. And you can see, the ridging starts to set in. This is our warm time of the year. And you can see what kind of polar lobes and whatnot move through as we go through the winter, fall, and early spring months here. And then we really dramatically reduce the strength of those mid-latitude cyclones as we move on in through the summer months. And then we start to get into September, October, and we can start to get those storms returning. November, December, you guys know how it goes. The windstorms start returning and potential for snow for the mountains and sometimes for the lower elevations as well. So again, that would be January 1st. There's February, March, April, May, June, July, August, and you can really see how as we get into July and August, we are dealing with our warmest conditions here across the Pacific Northwest. And now looking at that again, this is the same map as what I just showed you with the soundings there, and this is the European ensemble as of last night, and you can see that troughing move through and then the ridge building here. So here we go on into July, not a surprise here, but it is a little bit of an unusually strong ridge here for this time of year, and the 4th of July looks like it might end up being pretty good right now. This would be as the fireworks are going off about about 11 p.m. or so. There's 10, 11 p.m. about, and you can see the ridging right there off the coastline. So it may be a nice 4th of July here across the region. And you can see that reflected here with the European. Here we go, the 29th, that is today. And then you see our temperature start to bump up here as we get towards the 4th of July and perhaps stay elevated through the extended forecast. GFS shows something similar here as well with some nice warm temperatures off through our extended. Taking a look at the 6 to 10 day, I've been talking about this. They're finally starting to bump these temperatures up across the west coast. There's a precipitation outlook there below average as we go through July 8th. 8 to 14 days, something similar, kind of bullseye across from California and Nevada, and then the 8 to 14 day precipitation outlook. Here's the national blend of models. This is for today. Look at 75 for Seattle out there, but it's going to kind of be increasing clouds during the day kind of thing going on. Maybe some 80-degree readings into the Willamette Valley. And we go to tomorrow. Seattle actually showing 76 here, so not too bad. There's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. There's the 4th of July. You can see the temperatures jump up there. Maybe some 90s for the Willamette Valley, towards 80 in Seattle, maybe some lower 80s for Southwest BC. And there's the 5th, 6th. So the 5th could be the warmest day here. We'll see how that turns out. We'll be watching it day by day, but you can see clearly see some mid-90s for the Willamette Valley there. Maybe some temperatures approaching 100 degrees, like the Tri-City areas for eastern Washington. And then we scroll off into the extended, and temperatures generally above average, it looks like, as we go through July 9th. And this is a 7-day significant fire potential here, and we do have some of this emerging as we go through Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. For some of the zones out there, elevated fire risk is possible, and the yellow would mean moderate here. So as always, it's that time of year where things can start to burn, so heads up for that. But anyway, yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying these videos. What else? I guess we will just continue to break everything down and look off into our future tomorrow and see what that ridge is going to look like here, and continue to peer off into the future to see if we have any additional systems rolling our way. But otherwise, hope you guys are having a good day. Click like and subscribe. We'll do this again tomorrow, and I will talk to you guys then.